The Bible is coming back into the public school system. In the United States of America, there is a push, and it has been largely successful, to bring Bible-infused lessons to the children in the United States of America. It's incredible. This is a dream for evangelism. This is a huge opportunity for churches, for Adventist churches, for evangelists to get the truth out there and to help young minds make a decision for Christ. I mean, there seems to be even allusions to this in the spirit of prophecy. So you got to watch this and see what's going on. And don't forget, before I even show you this clip of what's going on in the United States, don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel, and share it so that others may know this wonderful thing that's happening and is giving us an opportunity to share the truth with young minds. Watch this.
Well, right now, Texas is at the center of the battle over religion in public schools. Minutes ago, the state's Board of Education approved a new and controversial curriculum for elementary schools that includes teachings from the Bible. This is all part of a larger trend of Republican-led states making moves to incorporate the Bible in public school education. And
look at this. Louisiana, 10 Commandments display in class. Oklahoma, Bible in class mandate. Texas, Bible infused curriculum. Very interesting what's happening in these areas, in these states. Let's keep watching.
NBC News correspondent Antonia Hilton joins me now. So, Antonia, let's talk about what exactly is in this new curriculum for Texas public schools. How does the Bible factor into it?
Well, Vicki, it changes from year to year. So initially for very young children, they're going to learn about things like the Golden Rule or some of the parables and speeches, essentially, that Jesus gave in the Bible. And then it will transform a bit as kids get older. So in 5th grade, for example, they start to learn about Juneteenth, the famous holiday when slaves were freed in Texas. But they'll learn about how former President Abraham Lincoln was a Christian, and it was Christianity that guided his decision-making. For people who are a bit concerned about this, which actually includes Democrats and Republicans who've raised concerns, they say that it infuses Christianity in places where it isn't necessary, and that it also does that at times at the expense of other faiths, that it could make kids who don't identify as Christians feel left out or like they're not as important to this country. Take a listen to one person who's concerned about this.
I love the Bible. I think that the Bible should be read and studied, but it's not the job of public schools to be indoctrinating young children through the teaching of Bible stories when they should be teaching reading and language arts.
And that's a lot of the concern that we heard from both sides. It was a very narrow majority that passed this, Vicki.
What do supporters say about that very concern about excluding? It's one thing to teach, you know, just being kind to other people, sure, right? And can they do that on top of teaching reading, writing, math, all the things that they're supposed to be teaching, without making other kids feel excluded?
Well, that's going to be the question that essentially is going to be tested in these schools now. But the supporters say that, look, Christianity is important, that many of our leaders are and have been Christians, and so it's only right to learn about this. Take a listen to one of them.
Students have the First Amendment right to learn these Bible lessons or Bible references that are in the English language arts materials. There's so many required readings that, you know, for high school and college that come from the Bible as well, such as Paradise Lost or Dante's Inferno. Shakespeare quotes the Bible as well.
And look, this is happening in Texas now, but we are very likely going to see other movements like this come to other states very soon.
And likely to see lawsuits over it all, too.
That's right.
Antonia Hilton, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for watching.
Just incredible stuff that's going on. It's interesting hearing the perspective of even some Christians who are concerned about introducing truth or the Bible into the public school system. Of course, the state should not be enforcing religion on others. But hey, I don't think it's a bad thing to share the truth with kids. I don't think it's a bad thing. And it's very fascinating because Ellen G. White, she seemed to allude to the fact that there is and there will be a push to make the Bible, to teach the Bible, to make truth a prerequisite or highly significant and important in public schools. Take a look at this of what I read. This will just fascinate you, that Ellen White was talking about this even in her day. Take a look at this here. This is just incredible stuff what's going on, and we got to take a look here. She says, "There is a subject which greatly troubles my mind. While I do not see the justice nor right in enforcing by the law the bringing of the Bible to be read in the public schools, Yet there are some things which burn my mind in regard to our people making prominent their ideas on this point. These things I am sure will place us in a wrong light before the world. Cautions were given me on this point. She writes to this brother in Christ, this objection to the passing of a law to bring the Bible into the schools will work against us. Those of our faith who are making so much of the Bible. A year ago, there was something presented before me in reference to these things. What was presented to her? Well, look at this. We shall have to use the Bible for our evidence to show the foundation of our faith. Look at that. So there seems to be this push in the United States of America, and I'm sure it's going to come eventually to the rest of the world, to bring the Bible back into classrooms. As Seventh-day Adventists, should we oppose this? Well, no, we shouldn't. This will give us an opportunity to teach the truth to others and to bring people, even children, to a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ and the Sabbath command. I mean, this is huge. This is a Bible prophecy alert. This is a prophecy alert, friends. This is a religious liberty thing as well, because we know that the lamb-like beast of Revelation is going to speak like a dragon. And how does a nation speak? It's through its laws. The United States of America will make an image to the first beast whose deadly wound was healed, the papacy. And the mark of her authority is Sunday observance by law. What will they teach in the classroom when the Bible is made the all-prominent thing? They will teach Sunday observance, perhaps even by law. Children's minds will be readied to when they grow up to bring forth the Sunday movement. Who knows? We may very well see this in our lifetime. This is incredible. Let's read and take a look at this. What else she had to say. We should be exceedingly cautious in every particular, lest we shut out a single ray of light from those who are in darkness. I remember particularly this point, that anything that should give the knowledge of God and Jesus Christ whom he has sent should not be obstructed at all. Should we push back against bringing the Bible into the schools? No. Some things I cannot present in distinct lines, but enough is clear to me that I want you to be very careful on what ground you tread, for our enemies will make a decided argument against us if we shall give them a semblance of a chance. I think the law-making powers will carry their point in this particular, if not now, then in a short period. Wow. She wrote this in 1893, okay? And I'm thinking now, well, what is a short period to God? What, a couple hundred years? That's nothing to God. We're in 2024, and that's a short period ahead, I think, and from when she wrote. And it is very essential that as a people, we take the greatest care that no provocation be given our enemies, which they will make capital of against us as a people in a future crisis. Sunday law crisis? In the matter of opposing so good a work as the introduction of the Bible into the public schools. Wow. Take a look at that. It's a good thing that the Bible is being introduced. It's a good thing that there's Bible-infused lessons for the kids in Texas and other places. This is a good thing. We need to capitalize on this. My American brothers and sisters, I hope you're listening. Time to capitalize on this. Let's get in there. Let's try to use this as an opportunity to bring our publications to the youth. Let's use this as an opportunity to get in to instruct kids in the ways of God, and of course, in the observance of the seventh-day Sabbath. Let's keep looking here. There's some interesting news. This is being pushed for quite some time, and there's been great controversy on whether or not we should be including the Bible and truth in public school system. Should Christ be allowed in the classroom? This is from McLean's. This was dated in August 15th of 1952. This is interesting. This was a debate back in Canada. Should Christ be allowed in the classroom? This was a debate. Then back in 2011, in the future, debate over Bibles in school flares up in Ontario. You see, I'm a Canadian, and so I like to take a Canadian focus. There is a push in North America, and there always has been for many years, to introduce the Bible into the school, to introduce the children to Christ. Should we oppose it? No, we should encourage it, and we should be opportunistic and take the advantage of this when it happens in Canada. My Canadian pastors, my Canadian brothers and sisters, let's be ready for this. It's happening in the United States now. Let's get ready. Toronto Star, ban on Gideon Bible handout at public schools sparks a torrent of hate mail. You see that? Don't ban the Gideon Bible handouts. Don't do that. No more Bibles for Abbotsford public school kids, CBC News. Look at that. As there has been a push to include the Bible and include Jesus in the classroom and in other places, there's also been a push to ban the Bible and to ban truth from young minds and also from others' minds. There's this constant push and pull, but we know that in the future, and I think we're seeing it now, that there's a push for the Bible back in the classroom. Take a look at this. President Trump. Oh, by the way, who's the now president-elect again? President Trump. President Trump just tweeted support for Bible courses, but it's already legal to teach about the Bible. Interesting. This is back in the past here. Very interesting. This is when he was first as a candidate. Okay, not the second time, but first. Interesting. So we see that as when Trump has come in now for a second term, he'll be coming in again for a presidency again. I wonder if there's going to be even greater push. There's going to be even greater successes in pushing Christianity into the public sphere. Fascinating stuff that's happening. Man, I hope we have our eyes on the signs of the times, and I hope we have our eyes on Jesus, of course. Take a look at this. Bringing the Bible back. Could growing public school movement backfire? See, even Christian Broadcasting News was reporting on this in the past as well. Bringing the Bible back to school, a revival. We are seeing a revival today, friends. There's been a push for revival. There's been a push for religiosity back in the United States of America to make it the all-prominent theme. And it is very prominent in the United States. Lots of Christians there. It is the lamb-like beast of Revelation. And we know that this beast power, this kingdom, will speak as a dragon in the future. And at beginning, I think we're seeing the beginning movements now, and it's building up. You see, young minds have to be prepared to bring in the Sunday law. Young minds have to be prepared to push the Sunday law movement into the public sphere and to compel the consciences of men to follow a law of human devising. You see, Sunday is nowhere in the scriptures. It's the Sabbath that is in the scriptures. From Friday sunset to Saturday sunset, that is the day we worship, not Sunday. It's actually a mark of the papal authority. Shall we keep Sunday? Shall we keep the commandments and doctrines of men? Or shall we follow the Bible? Well, I say, let us follow the Bible. Let us get ready for what's coming. And let us use this opportunity now. My American friends down in the South, use this as an opportunity to get the Sabbath truth and other kindred truths that we hold dear to the minds of young, inquiring people. Man, this is huge. I hope we're ready. I hope you're gearing up because God is doing big things. Let's be prepared for the Holy Spirit to use us and to finish the work in these last days. This channel, it's all about that. And if you can get behind my work, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and share it. Let others know about what's happening right now through the lens of Bible prophecy. Thank you for joining me. God bless you.